Miss Zorin Pui Government Mizo High School teacher kania. Voina hand course book kan zirdonani class 9. Abu kan ma in India ma hian kan Mizoram bul nai dewa han khopakhata oma Calcutta lartiro. Chuan West Bengal ania, the capital of West Bengal is Calcutta. Taswan no pakhat larte umaye auma Calcutta mi som ikowa izo chuanin lardeu Calcutta larber ti ansoi theyang chu Mother Teresa ani void hana chanchin kanzirdona in pian madai thil thleng ania ti chuanin ama hi 5th September 1997 na athi ani che phaim o ti chuanin tuna aziak tu hi kan buka aron ziak toi Kushwan Singh ania Kushwan Singh a interview na te athil ziak kha kan en chhodon ni mun takin lo ngai thla ula atopa question in chang thengei turin I wait in Mother Teresa's office. She comes after a few minutes and apologized for keeping me waiting. Mother Teresa hutur khan Kushwan Singh chu hei writer hi wakala ti chuan al nga ngai te kha pui kha te khop mai ama khan mum tlom takani takes a chair, claps her hands on the table and asks me to begin. And soila mintia. So she is 5 feet tall and slender of build. Ama kha fit nga chaw sangania ti chuan a chair lampang ani boka. Her deep set eyes are grayish brown color. She has a high cheekbones and a very thin lips. Mui pandeu ania biang kiru kha sang lam din amit kha. Her deep set eyes are grayish brown color. Gray lam rong ani amit kha. Wrinkles show her age and a hard life she had left. Chuan a male kan mu ang hian atsuar veka wrinkles mo kha anun ka harsa hle ti kha asya thea nun nuamin lo ani aha ani. It is a homely face ama kha angai There is a kind of austere severity about the blue bordered white sari. Severity very plain in style mo he ama kha intinal changka ani lawa le sari kaidana changhianin a polin asir kha in atriala. It costs less than 50 rupees, which binds her forehead up to her eyebrow, a cover, and is pinned at different places to drape the rest of the body. Sari Mother Teresa she pinned it, a pinina til veka atak salang lokhan. A small iron cross dangled on her left shoulder. Heta in lawakanin adara hianin adar velama cross. In Kaini. Mother, tell me about yourself, your family, why you become nun. Intinge ngatinge ti hian ichhung ko chanchin min lo shilte. Ngatinge nun hi hian itan ti kha zona kha oma. She speaks with Indian lit in her voice, and her answers are brief and do not add much more of what I have read about her. Kalau shat sa ba kha Asoy belvak chuang lova. Apa chu shopkeeper Albanian ania tin Yugoslavia atanga piang ania anu kha hei mirit hei kan ti ang khatiang anga changa chua kania they were a very happy family. An chung kwa cholim tak kha ani ve ni. Her interest in missionary activity began at 12 when she heard of work being done by Jesus in Kurseong near Darjeeling. Darjeeling a khanin a pol pakhat Jesus ti kha a oma chu alo sia a ta khanin missionary ni kha chak ta ni in pek ve kha chaka. When I asked her if 12 was not too young to decide on life career, 12 kumsom pani chu atan ano pangrutuk lo me chu tia anga han soi tur chuan ti kha ka zo chuan she replied, we are never too young to love. By the time she was 18, any doubt she must have were resolved and she became a nun. Kumsom pariya ni chuanin nun kha aloni der maya eng ma in ati engeni ati boy thelo ani na kha atum na a dream sakha nun kha kumsom pariya aloni ta der ani. So she joined Loreto nuns in Dublin. Loreto nuns daplina khan masabera chuan athoka, and after a year's training and learning English, came to Calcutta in 1929 as a geography teacher at St. Mary's High School. St. Mary's tuntlengpon ala opa chuta chuanin I athoka geography teacher khan sister ang pangai ani chu. She was for many years principal of the school. She found the cloistered comfort of convent against the spirit of her calling. Convent chunga oma ponlam engma kha ashelawa harsatna midang boy te she omna te engma mulavin convent chunga him takin a ommaya ta chuan zirtir na athoka apathiani na ako na kha khata khan ashe phal ashe to lawani achan chu an thona ka ako na zo kha ala kallo mo tu na san zirtir na kha on 10 September 1946, I was going to Darjeeling to make my retreat. Darjeeling in Tuaitharna retreat neiturin kankala. It was on the train I heard a call to give up all and follow the slums. Tichuanin Darjeeling khan retreat tura akalna kalkong khanin thil zong tuna ati lai zong kalsana up ko na chang tur khan ko anile tani slums miret heite omna akal turin to serve him among the poorest of the poor. Miret heite ai poret hei mitwai nong tene na thok turin ko na dong tatlat. There were hundreds of poor people in Calcutta. There are many people, poor children. She sought permission to work in slums. This one, the Pope gave her his blessing. Pope she spent 3 months of summer with American medical missionary sister in Patna, receiving intensive training in nursing, and later that year, nurse naka azirtani chu damdoi lampu kha thia mangai tleta athil thona tura khan mirtheizinga thoktur ani dona wangin nurse kha na intensive training abi taka enkolnator na kha training anei le ta this one 1948 khan she opened her first slum schools in a private house given to her in terote and pea chuta chuanin athok chantani. A few months later, her old student Subhasini Das joined her as Sister Agnes. A student Louis Sister Agnes the Alonia chuan aron telve boka a new order, a missionary of charity, was instituted in Calcutta. Tuna lartak Mother Teresa Paul kanti kha missionary of charity kha Calcutta chuan din aloni tani. This one of the vows taken by her order is poverty. A intiam na pakhat chu retheina ani. It is to be strictly observed because to be able to love the poor and to know the poor, we must be poor ourselves. Aman thutiam alak chu retheite chanpui tur chuan mani po inti retheive photor ti kha athuvon ani a special vow, a giving wholehearted free service to the poor. Midang athona enkol theitorin ama pokha changkang takachang zog enkol nilovin retheina atang bokin kan enkol theiti kha athutiam ani. The vow means that one cannot work for rich. He thutiam hian mi hausatana thok theilo. Neither can one accept any money for the work we do. Tuman an manitan poisan hailu theilo. Ours has to be free service to the poor. In pek top free service mo aman nei lova mirathete tana thoka ani top maini. Mother Teresa, when did you develop this special interest in dying? I asked her. Kushwan sing azyak to pa hian entika nge thi na hian itui tak thi na lam hinga tinge iboi pui tak ti zo na an zo chuan. It is a vocation, a call. Nobody wants a dying, a disease, a sick, a crippled. I wanted those whom no one wanted, no one loved or cared for. Mirat hei hi tu ma du lo ani a chuwangin ki chuan chu chu ka du ani ati ako na a chana khani tlat. How did it start? I mean this particular interest in death. In tin nge he thi na thi tur tak hi chan chuak thina chumi chu azona khan kami taka itui thar na kha ingeti azo chuan I don't remember the exact date, but when I left Loreto in 1948 ahun tak ka shetolova thina ina ako utlat na chan chu 1948 akan I saw a woman lying in front of the hospital kota me che pakhat mu ni half eaten by rats and maggots sazu te khanan lo e maggots so hey alung engi mo ataksa khan khatia ang lung no ai noi kha mo ne po na tu ma ngai sak lawa mu kha muwa I looked after her till she died athi ma thleng ka en kola. Then the police commissioner gave me this place next to the Kali temple, Hindu temple bula khan munan petani. Why did you choose India and why Calcutta? Nothing e India mun nuam zok po omangate Calcutta kher. She let a gentle smile come over her face. Anoi sensena I was sent here and I love the people of Calcutta. Mo ka mangaya Calcutta tika. They have a warmth which you don't see anywhere else. Mundai mo velo. Min hip tua omani. She told me of an experience that made the people of Calcutta so lovable. Calcutta mangai mem na chan pakhat so tihan soiboka. During the flood last year, I was bringing victim to the place of shelter. Mo tui liana oma atuar to the victim atuar to the kha ro mo an a chan swak veni. A lady who had never known me bought me a hot food in her car. Made se pakat min shemi alo min shengai po ndi lo khanin. Cholum chatak kamiron pea. Where else in the world do you come across people like that? Kati ang mishing mi felka mundangain mo vedona mi. It is obvious that Mother Teresa would have gone to any country with the same unquestioning obedience and worked up the same enthusiasm for the people amongst whom she had never lived. Maseta lang ring tak su Mother Teresa koi muna pom se tu po ka achan puidon ti ka asyan ring thawa masia ti khan thiam takin nuam ti takin khalaya opna chanaka ti khan achangani. Since she was sent to India, she seriously Indianized herself. Amahi a Indian taem ema. Hers was the first Catholic order to adopt the Indian sari. Amahi Catholic ziga chuanin sari kai masabera ni hey sister kan mudan chuan sari an kailem lawa korfwal anha anlu an khumaya mase Mother Teresa hi chu Indian devin a incheya sari te po akai maya man cheng somnga ai to lo kan ti to kha chuan a thut dante she crossed leg on the floor in the chapel in khomna po kan Indian thut agin a thumaya eating Indian food in the Indian manner vai cho ai ang hian a maya she taught herself Bengali, which she now speaks fluently, and when India becomes free she took Indian nationality. Bengali Calcutta tong kha thia me mema ki chuan Indian and free independence ani khan ama kha citizenship ka nei ta ni Indian nationality ka ni na kha lo nei ta I asked her how she got the money to run her worldwide organization. She replied, Dihan min changa inting he organization he pol he alo nei dan. It comes, money is no great problem. Poisai ro har samya lo. God gives through his people. But hianin ammi tenena alo pe me ni ama thleng tur khan. We have never been short of money. Poisa kan la cham ngai lo. It is more important to get people involved. Midang hiron telve se ka kha poi mo na ni meya to make them realize that the sick, old and hungry are their brothers. Midang tiron tel se heng dam lo te hi an una wani an mile an sa ni ka heng dam lo te ril tram te hi misang an ni lo te hi sia se ron tel se athaberatia. When you write about me ka chan chinin zia ka ni chuan I hope you will highlight that chu tilang chiang cheu. When she started her first school in the slums, all she had was ₹5. Slum school adin khan chenga cheneya. But as people come to know that what she was doing, they brought things and money. Mase meet na thilti anon shiat khan poisate mamo khan ron pimeni. It was all divine providence. Pathian ven liaw liawani. She sat and narrated some miracles. Once in winter, they ran out of kilt. The nuns found sheets, but there was no cotton to stuff them. Nuns sheets apuan hlap kha chon mumaya mase cotton achunga hanti lumna tur ei kha omlawani. Mother Teresa got her pillow, and just as she was about to rip it open, the bell rang. Chuan alu kham kha po dar kha tum ta ni chuti lai tak chuan pona doorbell ron ria. Somebody who was living Kolkata on the posting abroad had come to leave his kilt and mattresses with Mother Teresa. Mundanga chuak tor khanin a thom no amut bu te kha sa problema engeni anin sondona wa in Mother Teresa kha aron hlan ve kan hi chu amma mo hun taka khan. On another occasion tin chunglo po chu when they had run out of rice, we kha chu bu find la chama, a lady who had never been to them before bought a bag of rice. Me se pakhat an sha ngai lo khan bag rice mo cho bu fai bag khat karon pele top meya. Out of curiosity, they measured the amount with a tin cup they had used for measuring the daily ration. Makantia an hantia no hey bu fai no khan an mamo chia chia kha. It happened to be exactly the quantity they required. An mamo tok chia tok tina an chum thina kha an lo nei le thap. When I told the lady that, she broke down and cried. Chu thu chu me chia ron pe to chu ka shilta a chap ta ni ti a chan chu to realize that God has used her as an instrument of his will was much for her. Atan an nasalu to pathianin ama kha khate anga na atira ni ti kha alom lutukani chu. That afternoon, I was with Mother Teresa on a begging mission. We went to call the manager of the big biscuit factory. This one chu mitlai son Mother Teresa chu a begging mission he kuda do ve china I adona mun na chu a biscuits factory nei to the manager ne na te khan adil china. They always give us broken biscuit they cannot sell, and biscuit ke them kha an shal thelo kha an pe china on as a Christmas gift, Christmas present. The sick like broken biscuit dam lo te hian he chon ei pe lo ve china biscuit kha e an tuin te china, she informed me. Mr. Joyti Mukherjee, the young manager of the firm, he manager factory pakhatami kha ania, came out to receive her and escorted her to his teakwood paneled air-conditioned office. Air-conditioned office khan ashwai lota Mother Teresa khan zavele mai ing anga company lian poni che an lo receive thm zela air-conditioned office khan an shwai lota. Mother Teresa began by thanking him for what he had done in the past and continued. Ama aloti to china kha lom tu soi pa in ti hiana chunzoma, you must have lots of problem. Har sadin nga ngotang a. Everything is in short supply. Flour, butter, sugar. It was evident that Mr. Mukherjee's speech had been taken out of his mouth. Mr. Mukherjee khan problem in name ting in nga ngotang ti aran soi kan rang takin oh hey engkim hi supply hi harsa a flour chang phote butter mo chini te in diklai pon omaringa ma se an a om tura ngai ne ma se an chat lak ve thina chu chu harsa da kha lo soi wata rang takin yes, he agreed. We are not producing anything like we did last year. Nikum angin kan che thathei tat lo mai. Mother Teresa went on. It must be more difficult for well-to-do people of the middle class. Nangni ang khosa thei deu te chu har sangotang we poor people can back keni mere thei te chuan kutkat doa. They are too ashamed to back mi hausa te chuan kut doi aza thang don ani. I could see Mr. Mukherjee's defenses crumbled. This one, Mr. Mukherjee pokha, hey, ingeni amel en kanin apeidon mel le an business ka har sat natin law tok bok nen. He looked unhappy with himself. Amel limvak lawa. Mother Teresa continued in a gentle tone. Mother Teresa ka zaidam takin, why are there all this shortage? Ngatinge tiang har sat nahi oma. Ngatinge supply atlen chat lawa. Why are prices going up? Ngatinge amanten ti san. Please tell me, I do not understand politics. This one politics ikashathiam lao minhan shirfiate atiani. John Mr. Mukherjee ka became expansive and told her of union troubles, strikes and lockout. Frank takin more expansive and told her of union troubles. And Paul boynete strike te oma lockout. Khatia harsat na anne kha ashiltani. dor hon thei lo te po oma. Thank God, exclaimed Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa avan lo matia. We only work for God. Ke ni chu pathian tan chau kan thoka. There are no unions. Paul po kan nelo. We proceeded to elucidate on the hard times. Ti chuan har satna a chuan ti khan I engkim kan soi theya atiane. The other day we picked up a hungry beggar. Hani chu we khat chu ni khat chu mirathe real time mai hi kan charfua. He had not eaten for many weeks. Kartam tak choi to lo mo chok ni real time kong sira. Thi mai tu ra tu kha an char ni chu. When we bought him a plate of rice, he said, "Cho kha kan lei saka rice plate kha. I haven't seen rice for many weeks. Let me look at it. Rice hi voi khat ka mu lo na ri to le mai khoi mo ka lo en te anga tia." And he starts staring at it. Ti chuanin khoi mo kan en te anga ti kha an en kha athi zui tamaya. So Mr. Mukherjee picked up his phone and rang up the storekeeper for 40 large tins of broken biscuit to be delivered to Mother Teresa. This on Mr. Mukherjee Khan chung thu an sha chuan al ru ne le anyang chu storekeeper kha phone 40 large tins of broken biscuits mo chin somli lai mai e biscuit bungan da khom chu Mother Teresa ne na khan petorin ati zui ngala an dong le don ta ni chu. The people of Calcutta cherish her more than any other Indian living today. She is called the Angel of Mercy, the Saint of the Gutter, the Gentle Mother. Calcutta mi pui an ngai sang le vo ini thleng hian ama hi minun nem mingel nei mi thiang hlim mo lui kora enge no mi te chan chuak tu ani ten sherenga tin ama kha shwai khom tu ni na an pe boka ti chuan zaidam nun nem asoi ani boka an ngai sang le shelo pakhat man om lowa tin Calcutta mi puite thin luwa chuan are le to ngai don lo ani Mother Teresa chu. This one question hello discuss later ila. Discuss the dress, food and lifestyle of Mother Teresa. Would you describe them as what? A question ka enla learn to read a kanin ama hi a in dress dan ka ingeti plain ordinary simple engber ngithan. Why did Mother Teresa leave St. Mary's High Schools? Mother Teresa ka St. Mary's akan principal te polonia kan share to ka engwanga chwasan nge ni kha takhan natangkai taka thoksia geography teacher te ponia principal te poni zuinga tinge chwasan. Why did she decide to work in the slums? Natinge slums mirathe te bula khan omadu ta klat athodu na chan. Poverty is to be strictly observed. Retheina kha anni ponan temve turani. Why is this one of the vows taken by the order of missionary of charity? Missionary of charity he Paul hian enga tinge hi anthutia ma anlak retheina. Who did Mother Teresa looked after? Why did she look after them? Tu tinge a en kol engwanga en kol nge ani chang don ani. According to Mother Teresa, what made the people of Calcutta so lovable? Ngatinge Calcutta mi puite kha mga itlat engwanga mga itlat nge ani. How many languages did Mother Teresa know? Why did she learn Bengali? Language engi asyata ka context sa ni chena kanzir to khanin English te pozira ama kha sap tong thiam sa ni lo al engi ni Yugoslavia ani an ma ni tong an nge nga English te pozira ti kan sha chon Bengali azir ti kan shilea ngatinge al azira Bengali language ka. Why did she take up Indian nationality? Ngatinge India khwale tu ni na kha adu ta klat ngatinge ani ngatinge en khwa khan an ramate hole lo. Who like to eat broken biscuits? Tunge biscuit bang adip abung eicha klat katutinge. Mr. Mukherjee looked unhappy with himself. Mr. Mukherjee ka amaka alim vaklawa. How did Mother Teresa put him at ease? Intinge hadam takin Mother Teresa kan asyam zuitak. What was more important for the dying beggar? Looking at the rice or eating it? Why? Mirathe thitur khatan khanenge poi mo zok. So mil khange poi mo nga shat mai tiro. Why do you think Mother Teresa is called the saint of the gutter? Ikatinge saint of the gutter ani. khati zong kha voina kan zer thei chu ni a ti hian zona hi in chang tel bokanga a text po in share zoinga in share thiam ka be se kalome